This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so Kundan, just bear for a few minutes. So because I'm recording this session, let me just explain you the scenario so that I can publish to everyone, right? So what
Sure.
the issue as of now would be, I just want to show you a simple report, and I just want to show you how an ABAP writes a piece of code based on the requirement. The requirement is you have a selection screen which will have a purchase order number input parameter, and when the user enters the purchase order number and executes the program, it should show you all the purchase order items. That is a simple requirement, but the constraint what you have placed is whenever the purchase order number does not exist, then you want the ABAP to throw an error message. So in that course, I am showing two versions where the developer can handle the message in two different ways, right? And which is the best way of doing and which is not the best way of doing, and why it is not the best way of doing. That's I'm going to share. So now in the selection screen is a parameter where user will be giving p_po, that's for purchase order number, and this is one event called at selection screen. At selection screen, here the user has written this piece of code. What it does is select star from EKPO, means select all the records from EKPO into this internal table. We call it table, into table where EBLN is equal to p_po. So if that is not found, you want the user to throw an error message. So error message means message PO does not exist.
Right now we are considering the one value in the parameter, right? We are not considering the multiple values.
No, we are not doing that because our intention is just the message throwing at which event this message can be thrown. So message, this is type E because you want error message to be thrown, right?
Yes,
that's it. He's throwing it. Fine. Same piece of code, I'll paste it here. Okay, same piece of code, I'll paste it here, and start of selection. What basically, if size of C is not equal to 0, let's say assume it's not equal to 0, then you want to display something, right? So just I'll write a simple code here. Loopet, okay, lt_po means you want to display all the items into a work area, lw_po and loop. So I just want to display only one field because yes, I'll just write something. There's nothing more than a few fields. lw_po hyphen EBLN comma lw_po hyphen what do you call EBLP item number. Matnar also can write lw_po hyphen MAT. That's it. Yeah. So see, in practical, normally we do not use select star and all those things, but our intention is not for the performance tuning. So now I'll write it. So I'll just comment this piece of code here.
We need to define that variable.
Yeah, variable LW. So correct, exactly. So Control C, I'll make it as Control V, comma. Let me see lw_po type, not standard, just type EKPO. Pretty printer. Fine. So this is what I have written. Let me go the syntax check, syntactically correct, problem. So now I'll activate it. Activate it
and execute it.
Yeah, let me go to this text selection text where I'll just make it as PO number to make it good. Look good. Fine. So now I'll execute it. I'll write 4567. Execute. PO does not exist. Right? PO does not exist. So this is what you wanted, correct? So now again I'll comment this one, the same piece of code I added in the start of selection. This is another event. Anyways, you're not going to write any piece of code, but still this, I just want you to familiar with this event at selection screen, start of selection only at the time of message. Now I'll activate this one. I'll execute 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See, did you find any difference between these two?
Yes.
The second one, you don't have the selection screen, right?
Right.
Do you see the selection screen? You don't have it. So what? It doesn't work. If I create a T code, let me create a T code, because the T code is something that you normally work. I go to SC93 and I just create the same T code, the report. Okay, create. Okay. Okay, program and selection screen report transactions. This dialog transaction is different. Normally you go with the program and selection screen. Yes. This is one of the one that we'll create. So program, I'll just paste it. Just use these 3 checkboxes. That's it. Nothing more than that. Save it. Local object. So now /n this triangle. Just execute. See, if I go back, nothing is happening. So you'll not come back to the selection screen. So what exactly is happening here? Let me explain you what exactly is happening. So once you're entering this value and processing this program, it basically is going to the next output screen, right? See, it is going to the next screen, and there it is showing the message.
Error message.
Error message. But this is not the way it should be done. You must have encountered this kind of thing so many times. When you press back button, you're going out of the program. You don't need it. Right.
Yeah, of course.
Exactly. But the ABAP will say that this is value add, and why you can go out and you can run the transaction again. Why are you again going for this value add? This is not a value add. This is a bug in your program. So go to the program. Go to the program. Now, what is the difference? If you are adding this piece of validation, because SAP has clearly defined, boss, add the validation in this event only. So once you add anything here, if you use warning message, then that should be fine. But coming to error message, this is difference. So all the validations should happen in the at selection screen, and you should be very cautious when you're using type E error message. Okay, so this code should be placed here, not here, right? But there could be situations, right? This point is clear, right? If there is any validation that needs to be done, that should be done in the at selection screen only.
Yeah,
right?
Sure. It's clear now.
Now, it's clear. So now there could be situations, right? It's not about validating. You do not validate based on the selection screen. At some point, basically, so let's assume that you have this validation here. I'll tell you. You have this EKKV validation here, right? But based on the EKKV, you want to go to EKPO. So it's not a kind of validation, but the thing is you are selecting data from a different table. Maybe you're selecting data from, you are selecting from EKBE, let's say, right? For some purpose, you want to select data at EKBE based on this P underscore PO, or what do you call this LT underscore PO. Okay, means you have already fetched some data, and based on that you want to go to some other table and you want to get some data. So in the intermediate action, you want to say that, okay, data in EKBE does not exist. This is some kind of message that you cannot put it as a validation here, because normal validation means validation of the selection screen only, right? Selection screen parameters only, but this is not related to any selection screen parameter. You are at some point where you're selecting the data from this table based on some other table's data. Fine.
Right.
But here at this point as well, you want to throw an error message saying that, boss, this data does not exist. So this cannot be, final point is this error message cannot be handled. Okay, this message cannot be handled in the at selection screen event.
Okay.
Fine.
Yeah, got it.
the event, this second event. Shorter selection. So in that case, definitely you have to throw an error message. So let us take the same case, because this cannot be handled. Just for example, at this event, you have to write this in this event itself, and you have to throw error message, right? You have to throw error message. Then what is the best way of doing? Then, because with this knowledge, you can go to an ABAP say, other boss, keep this select statement in the start of selection in the X selection screen. Can you move it? That's okay, but that's a half-baked suggestion. Then he may say that, boss, we cannot move all the statements to X selection screen. Just check your ABAP knowledge. Then you have to tell him, okay, if you cannot move this select statement or validation at selection at the event at selection screen, then the way you're handling this message type E in start of selection, which cannot be avoided, you have to deal it in a different way. The different way is type I.
That's information.
But if you see type I, then you would say, no, the requirement is throw an error message, not I. Then SAP is given display like E.
Okay.
Right? Display like E. Let us see what happens.
So we are keeping the both.
No, I'll just comment it out. So F8. So let us not go to F8. Let us use the T codes. Already we have the T code. Okay, so I'll give random number, execute.
Yes.
You're back, right? You're back, right?
Yeah.
You're back. Still, so two things you have learned. So where should the validation of the selection screen parameter should happen? That is one thing. And second thing is, if that cannot be avoided, then how to handle the error message. Type I, display like E. This is the way you have to handle. Now, the third step is, still this is not correct, because what happens is, I'll write the same, another statement here. Okay. I just want to show you, I'll put a breakpoint here, right? I'll put a breakpoint here, fine? And I run the trans, because you're already aware of the breakpoints, right?
Yeah, sure.
So let us run the T code again. 4567. I just want to show you the flow. Wait, I'm not able to drag it. Okay, so now you're here. I press F6 here. Next step, PO. So F6. So you got this one, right?
Right.
Message. Now if I press continue, what is happening? It is again going to the rest of the piece of code, right? That should not happen.
Correct.
Right?
Yes, that should
It
not
should not happen.
Yeah.
It should not happen. And what are the, let's assume that you have mail functionality. Right. The mail you're sending is based on the LT_PO. Then that should not happen.
Correct. Yeah.
So what third thing that we need to do, whenever you're putting like this, it means the functionality, it's basically an information message. The difference between information and error message is, error message means hot stop. Information message means it will just like a warning message. It will just show you some information, and once you are aware of the information, it goes on. What are the next step is there, that will be taken care of. But in our situation, we need an error message, because the error message is having some issue in this event. We want to manipulate the statement of the error message in this way, but our intention is error message. Now what we have to do is leave list processing. So this completes the complete validation cycle. What is this leave list processing? So whenever you say leave list processing, this will make it as a hard stop. It will not allow you to go beyond this point, right?
Understand.
So leave list processing should be used in the combination of this one, type I, display like E. So this is a package. And this leave list processing is not needed here. This is not needed in because this event is basically designed for the validation. It will come out of the particular piece of it will not go beyond this because based on this event, but this event is not designed for this validation, so it will go on. So you have to hard stop it saying that leave list processing. Now let us activate it and see what is happening here. Right, F6 or this one, both are same. Next F6 here, it will go to leave list processing. It will not come here. I just pressing F6 this step. Right, getting the point? So this completes the validation cycle. Even most of the developers may not be knowing. I don't say everyone, but there are developers, they don't know this complete thing. So that is the reason you get some validation errors there. So you have a different screen and coming back and you have to again run the transaction. Now it is clear, correct?
Yeah, it's very clear now.
Yeah. Okay, so this point, I think this is what we have sent. Considerable multiple selection. Yeah. So what else? So I think your question was a bit different, right? Report output must be display enabled. That's a different function module that basically we will be calling. So you want those. Hello.
Yeah. If we can keep that code in the function module, so we can have that some explore into that function module as well at the same time, right? Or either we can go ahead with that direct codification in the same program rather than we go for function module.
Exactly, but anyways, we can go ahead with the function module. I can show you, but the thing is, anyways, you'll not be going to use those function modules. But let me see. So this is a simple write statement. So when we go with the ALV, different kinds of ALV. So one is the report output. I would say report output in two ways. Broadly, I would say.
Yeah.
One is the normal, other one is interactive. Okay. So normal and interactive. So normal can be handled in two different ways. One is with a simple write statement, like a list. Other one is by using ALV.
Yes.
Okay. Interactive is also the same way. Okay. This ALV normal, I would say normal function module FM based, and other one is object oriented based. That's up to the developer who uses it. So this is the different ways of displaying the data in the output. Okay, so here in the right as well, I can make this output. Okay, so in an interactive way. So let us use. Yeah,
I have a question here.
Yes, please.
Yeah, so what is the difference between normal and interactive, even though we have the same functionality?
It's all about display, right? Look and feel. So if you go to the 4.6 version of SAP, so it was not having all these features.
Yes.
So initially SAP came up with if you maybe you must be an old timer, definitely. So SAP was saying that we deal with the business data, right? It was not at all interested in the UIs and all those things, because it was boasting a lot about itself, saying that we normally don't use this UIs and all those things, because we deal with the business data, and that will be useful for the end business users. So that is the reason we do not pay much attention on the UIs display. So that is the reason SAP was, if you see the 4.6 versions, so it was only the data that is getting displayed. Now, if you see 2020, it was using all the UI5s and Fiori and so look and feel kind of thing that it is accepting. Okay, it's not about data. It is also look and feel that we should adhere to. So that is the reason the normal display and ALV display. Initially, it was displaying only normal display. If I show you, let me go to the EKPO table and just pull out some data so that I show you how the data is getting displayed. So this is the EBLN. Let us take a valid example. Okay. Let's say F8. Let me remove the point. F8. See. You see something here? This is normal write statement data. Even text, I can make this interactive. Yeah, text. Even I can make it. If you double click here, it will do something. Or if you double click here, it will go to the PO. That I can do. But the look is not as expected, right? Because you are good, the data that I provided. You want something more, that's a look. So that is the reason SAP has come up with ALV structure. Okay, ALV. Okay, so in ALV there are different function modules. So you want me to display something in ALV, or what do you want me?
Yeah, it's in ALV, so better we can.
Okay, so because ALV is a very big topic, so let me not use, because there's a field catalog, so many things are there. So let me just show you some simple ALV. Okay, there's a function module. I'm using function module for the ALV display. Okay, reuse underscore ALV underscore list underscore display. This is a function module that we are going to use here. Okay. So this is the function module. So it has different parameters. Basically, what we have to pass is we have to pass our table. So what are the table that we already received or retrieved data from AKPO? So Control Z. So this we have to pass it to ALV list display. Or there are two different things. One is ALV list display and ALV grid display. ALV list display and ALV grid display. There are two things. So either one is can be used for the ALV. It depends on if you really specify that I need a grid display, then you can you can tell the ABAP saying that okay, I need a grid display. Otherwise, he can go with the list display.
Okay, so what is the difference on that? It's all about the look and feel, right? Again,
look and feel. Yeah, it's all about the look and feel. It's all about the look and feel. So in order to display the sale, we have to call field catalogs and all those things. Is it required to show all these things?
Not
because
all
I have
the
to
things.
prepare the field because I have to fill the field catalogs.
Yeah, not all the things. I mean, at least few columns we can take up into.
Exactly. So let me call the field catalog. So here, let me find out in a simple way so that without using field catalog. Okay, so okay, so tables. All anything much is it? Okay. Because if you do not fill all these things, it may go to short term. Let me just find out. Field catalog, that's what I have to fill the field catalog as well. So basically for ALV, we need two things. One is the data where which needs to be displayed, and along with that, there's something called field catalog. This also we have to display. LT underscore fcat. As I told you that function module has two things. One is the exporting and importing also tables. Right.
Right.
So in the exporting, we'll be giving this LT field catalog, as well as in the tables we are passing LTPO.
So exporting is means the input which we are giving to this function module.
Correct.
Oh.
Correct. So in the field catalog, I think this standard. Let me see if EKPO, right? EKPO, whether it works or not. Okay, so let me see. That's dumb. So that's what. So we cannot type conflict, right? So wait. LTPO. So type conflict. Fine. Now I have to call another function module for the field catalog. So that you call use store ELV store field catalog store match store before. This is some function module which basically creates a field catalog. So LT underscore cat. And here we have to give the structure name that is nothing but our EKPO. Because see this field catalog for normal ABAPers, it will take 1 day to complete the complete session. So that is the reason I'm just my intention is not to make you or enable you to write this piece of code, but I just want to in a faster mode, I just want to show it in a ALV. So that is the reason I'm skipping certain steps, which is basically needed minimum. So that I'm taking up. This should be fine. Field catalog, you got the field catalog. Yeah. So now here you have to give LT underscore f second. Right. This should be fine. Let me see this works or not. So now this field catalog has all the fields of EKPO. All the fields of EKPO. Now we'll be passing it. Let me see. Yeah. Now you got it, right? So this is the different way of showing the output, right? I did not do anything, so effortless. And you have different functionalities. See, you can store it in a spreadsheet and everything.
Yeah, that's small. I mean, it's menu or it's option.
Correct, because SAP has provided this functionality for us. If I go back and I can use LV grid display, but the parameters may be different. Let me use that way. Let me show the grid display.
Yeah.
So
the
pattern,
catalog
I go to
will
pattern.
same,
Catalog will be same. Yeah. Display, it's a grid display. Z or ID grid display. So let me uncomment this one, and here field catalog. Yeah, field catalog is here. Comment
LTCat.
underscore cat. Cat, right? This I'll comment this out.
And the table, I think we missed table.
Yes, I'll I'll get it. Okay, so
Yeah.
is it fine? Should be fine. Let me remove the breakpoint. If you want to remove the breakpoint, you have to just delete the breakpoint and save it. So this state will be saved. So next time this breakpoint will not come. Otherwise, if you want to put a breakpoint and if you do not save it, right, that state will not be saved. And next time that new breakpoint will not be triggered. If you go, if you open a new session, that new breakpoint will not be triggered. So whenever you want to put a breakpoint in the debugging session, in the debugging session, you want to put a breakpoint here, then save it. So the next time whenever you run the program, this breakpoint will remain same. Okay, because the two ways of putting breakpoint, right? When you open the program and put a breakpoint, that will remain. But in the debugger screen, if you want to put a breakpoint, that will not remain. If you go to the next time, if you run the same transaction. Yeah. So to save the state, you have to save debugging points. Right?
F8.
Not sure. See, you got the difference, right? Look and feel. Same options, but look and feel is different. So here now you ask the developer to display only few things, material and all, so that he will take care. Right, now you understood, right, how ALV display, normal and all those things. So here we can add certain things where this, to make this interactive, he can add a new button here. When you click, double click it, something should happen. These are interactive kind of things.
Yeah, that's different. Yeah.
Okay. Fine. So, and you have another question as well, right?
Yeah, here itself, I have question here. If I take this multiple input parameter for purchase order number, so for that, what we need to be defined in the same code. I think there is something which might be changed in the parameter.
Exactly. So what you have to do is, let us change it here itself. Okay.
I think in something which you
have to write select options here. Okay. So the parameter, this select options. This point, I think he will take care. No need for users of flow. The developer will take care. PO. It's not working. Let me activate it. So not coming in blue, so that's what. So this is how you have to define the select options. Select options s underscore so and so for EKKV BLM. Now he has to change the code. You will make it as IN.
yes. Yes.
Make it as P
parameter. Yeah.
Okay. It should be naming convention should be S or something, but just to avoid unnecessary changes here, I use the same variable. Okay, so here also you can write.
Have we defined that variable P underscore? Yeah, we have already defined it.
We defined, right? Yeah, already defined. Okay, this is how basically you have to make the changes. Wait, now you have this multiple option.
Yeah.
Okay.
And for that we can, for that we can consider whether this is optional parameter or whether it's mandatory.
Yeah, exactly. Those are already there, obligatory. They can write it obligatory. That will be mandatory parameter, or they can handle it here somewhere in the code itself, maybe here. Right, if your user does not enter anything, you can throw error message. Here also you can handle. If you're handling, yeah, if you're handling here, we are writing our code. If you want SAP to handle it, you have to write obligatory. But sometimes it may not work. For parameter, it may work, but for select option, it may not work. That's the reason how to use their own custom logic to find out whether user has entered a valid value, or at least the user entered the value or not.
Yeah, understand. Yeah, concept is clear.
Okay.
And for making the joining between header and detail table like EKKO and EKKPO.
Yeah, that we can do it in select statement.
So here itself,
there'll be joining.
The same concept
correct.
of the joining, right? Inner join and
exactly. And there are two concepts here. See, for example,
actually I'm familiar with the SQL and Oracle queries and all that.
Okay, then that should be fine. Then that should be fine. So I think it doesn't take much time of mine to explain this concept. So if you have EKKO, EKPO, right? You want to make a join. So in ABAP, you can directly use single select statement with a join. I'm not writing the syntax everything. EKKO as well as EKPO. This is a single select statement where, yeah, that will be inner join. So this is one kind of writing your piece of code. I think in SQL you must have already seen the same logic, right?
Yeah, same. That's what I said.
Exactly, correct. Okay, so now this can be handled in a different way in ABAP. So in a different way means you don't always need to use a select inner join here. There is a concept called for all entries. You must have. This is one keyword for all entries. What does this for all entries mean? Now, this join can be handled in two different ways. Let us make it as one way here and second way. Second way, what I do is I first of all select data, select from EKKO. This is the first thing. The second option, this is the first thing. And the second thing is I hit means select from EKPO. This is not the syntax. Okay, this is a pseudo code, you can say. Select from EKPO. Here what? Select from EKPO into LT EKKO. This is what you have defined. Next, select from EKPO for all the entries of LT underscore EKKO. So what exactly you are doing here? You are actually writing two select statements. One select statement, the first select statement, you're getting all the EKKO records based on the select options. So let's suppose you have given from 1 to 100 purchase orders, then LTEKK will have these 100 purchase orders. Next, again, you will go to EKPO for all those 100 purchase orders. This is as good as inner join. You can combine these two things in a single inner join.
Right. So here, how the system determine, I mean, the key fields for getting the data from EKPO and EK.
That we can do, right? See, this I can write. So just for example, the way I'm writing EBLN, right?
Yeah.
EBLN, EBLP. So this is nothing but I'll tell you what this A is. Okay, and I would say B. Let us make B.
Yeah. Table A from table B.
Correct. Maybe up to
20 rows. Or 10 rows.
Yeah, 10 rows. I just need 10 rows. From now you write the main code from EKPO.
Alias as
otherwise you can write like this from EKKO. You want just wanted to EKKO like this. Okay, EBLN. Now here you write B EBLP B matnar. Right?
Yeah.
From EKKO as A. right? Inner join, simple English. Inner join,
same SQL.
EKPO. Exactly, as B.
Yeah.
Right. On here you
A
write
dot.
the condition.
Yeah,
we
A dot.
don't use dot. We just tilde symbol. We use tilde symbol. EBLN is equals
to P dot EBLN. Yeah.
EBLN.
Yeah,
right.
that's understood.
That's it. That's it. Here you write into table. ELT underscore EKP.
Yeah, that's
EKP. At the same time, where condition also you have to write, right?
Yeah, the parameter we can pass it.
Yeah, EBLN in E underscore PO, right?
PO.
Simple statement. Similarly, if you have to write this statement here into LTP KO, then again the same thing. So these two are same. Either you write this way or this way, both are same.
The first way is the more understandable for us, because for the person who's over aware about that SQL queries and all that.
But there could be cases. See, I'll just redefine this in a different way. Let's assume that you have EK80 table as well, right? Then I just wanted to show that one as that's the reason I BKP as B and A and E. Just simple. Let us make it as EKBE. Right. So I'll make it as EKBE or EKET because let's make it EKET. That would be better. So here, what I do is A, EBLN, EBLP, and B. You have the mange, right? You have W, E, M, and G.
Yeah.
Right. So now into table so and so, I'll not be giving this EBLN P underscore so and so. I will be giving because let's assume that in selection screen you have other parameters. Based on that, you here select same select statement, right? I'll write like this. Okay, select start from EKKO. Okay, into table where EBLN is equal to CNSP and some other parameters are there. So based on these parameters, you are fetching only those purchase orders and putting it into LT underscore PO, right? Only for these purchase orders, you want these data. So that time you have to write for all entries, correct? For all entries in LT underscore EKKO, LT underscore PO.
For all entry.
EBLN, correct. If where EBLN is equal to LT underscore PO hyphen EBLN. Now this makes more sense. What was the earlier statement? We were directly fetching the values from EKK or something, and we are depending on the parameter, right? What are the select option is there? Just for example, you have 5 parameters. You have 5 different parameters in the selection screen. All the filters on EKKO. Then what do? You select from data from EKKO into so and so with all those filters. As of now, you have one filter, right? With all filters, you have, let's assume that user is giving one from 1 PO to 100 PO. You may not getting from 1 to 100. You will be ending up with only 5 POs based on the filter criteria. All those 5 POs are there in LTPO. So only for those 5 POs, you have to hit EKPO and EKET. So you have a join between these two tables. At the same time, you do not have the freedom to fetch all the data. Your freedom is curtailed here based on LT underscore PO for all entries. Boss only fetch first 1 to 5 POs only, right? Only for 1 to 5 POs you have this join. So finally you will end up with only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, but what we put it on the code is into table LT underscore EKPO. It should be LT underscore PO, right? Here.
No, LTP is already there, right? This is EKKO, I would say. This is the way EKKO normally, right? For all entries in LT underscore EKKO. This makes more sense with the simple English, right? EKKO. Now this you make it as EKPO underscore ET. EKET. Now it makes sense, right? This table is of EKPO, EKET, but you will not be fetching all the data, right? You will be fetching you'll be fetching, let us not up to 10 rows, remove this up to 10 rows. You'll be fetching only for this EKKO data only. What is this EKKO data? Even the user is entering from 1 to 100, you are filtering based on the criteria, and it will have only order number 1, 2, and 3. That's it.
Correct. Yes.
So now you will be getting only data for 1, 2, and 3 only. So this is a kind of complex scenario where you are using for all entries as well as inner join.
Inner join. Yeah. Got it.
Right. I'm not activating it because I have to declare all these variables. So this is only for your concept purpose.
Yeah, sure.
Right. Anything in this scenario?
Yeah, it's clear. I mean, if it is the multiple parameter, we can consider it in where clause with while joining. Right. That's not the issue. Yeah.
Fine. I just commented out so that you can go through this later. Okay, so can we move forward? We have another issue.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, it's clear.
In watch point, right? You mentioned you have some issue in the watch point. So opening the Google Paint. I don't know.
Yeah, actually, I was trying to explore the same concept what you shown in your video, right, on the watch points station. So where I was not able to getting down onto the particular code area.
Okay, wait. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, great. So, okay, yeah, please go ahead. You're saying something. Which code area?
Yeah, in watch point, one of your video, I watch it. So,
okay.
So I was try to reproduce the same scenario in my one of environment. So, but I was not getting to the particular watch point area where it should be. Yeah, directly.
No problem. 03. I just go through any order.
Yeah.
I'm just pressing it. Consider subsequent documents. Okay, so this is existing. So what I do is /n VA02.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So now what I do here is I enter some invalid thing. So what could that be? Okay. So here I'll enter.
Number. Yeah, material
maybe
number.
I can do that. Yeah, I'll just make it as 678. Press enter. You're getting has not been created. Just for example that you are getting this error here. It could be any error, but you are getting this error. Your point is you have to go to the first thing you already know. Based on the course, you have already know how to read the code. But the point here is you have to navigate to that particular piece of code which is throwing this error.
Correct.
Right?
Yes.
There are two ways. There are two ways, as I told you. So double click here.
And get the message class and message ID.
Yeah, exactly. Message class and message ID. This is one method. Normally, this is one method. But the problem here, I tell you, if you go to the message class and use the where user list, if you are lucky, just for example, you are getting some Z message class or custom message class. At that time, you will be lucky, and you can be navigated to that particular message. Maybe one or two programs are using. That's okay. That you can navigate. But this is standard message. It's very difficult to find out the where user list, and there can be multiple number of programs which are using same message. Right.
Yes, that is the point. Yeah.
Exactly. Then we go the ABAP way. Right? What is the ABAP way? So press enter, find the message, double click here, F2153. Let us note the number 153. There are different ways of doing this. I am telling you the simplest way. So note down that number 153. 153 is the number. right? So what you have to do is, first of all, you have to enter into the debug screen, /h, enter. Now you're in the debugging is switched on. Now if you press enter, then you are supposed to get that error message, but before that you will be into the debugging screen. Fine. Press enter. You are in the debugging screen. Now you have to put a watch point. Go to the watch point.
Yes.
Right. This is a new debugger screen. You can have old debugger screen as well. I'll show you the things. Okay. I'll show you both the classes. First of all, let me be in the new debugger screen. Create watch point. So you want to, because you don't know where or at what point you want to stop, but you have one clue. The clue is, boss, whenever you are telling to SAP system saying that, boss, whenever you're throwing this particular message number, okay, just let me know. That is the importance of watch point. So here, if you see the variable name, what is the variable? The variable is MSGNO. That is a message number.
Yes, message.
That basically stores the message number. Now here you have to give a full name. Yes, MSGNO is equal to, within inverted commas, you have to write.
153.
The number 153 within inverted commas 153. No full stop, no nothing. I repeat. You have to define the variable name message number. Okay, so what is the condition when the message number is equal to 153? So you're informing the SAP system, boss, I'm looking for message number. I'm not interested in other variables. I'm interested in this variable, and the condition is whenever this variable holds this 153 value, just let me know. That's it. Use the green tick mark. That's it. Watch point created.
Correct.
You can see what are the watch points that got created. See, you have this watch or breakpoint tab. Go there.
Watch point.
You can see the watch point here.
Here we can change it.
Yeah, you can change it. Exactly. You can change it. You can delete it. You can deactivate it. Whatever you can do. You can do. Here are the breakpoints. Let me go to the desktop one. Different screens. Okay, so here a small tip would be, so you want the debugger screen, this variable screen here to the right side, then maximize vertically. Correct. It will go there. Then you have to, this one, this maximize horizontally. After that, you have to save it as a wave layout, save layout. So next time you'll see the same layout, means to the right side. Correct. Just press F8. Now going back to the same our watch point issue, I'm pressing F8. No need to press F6 or F7. Direct F8. Right. See, you're stopped at this particular point, 153. Now you just go through the program, copy the program. This is the main program. This is the sub program, include program. You are interested in this include program. Go to the include program and find out why this is happening. Got it? Message. So next time what you have to do, you can put a breakpoint here. See, I'm putting a breakpoint here and I'm saving the breakpoint. Saving. No, I don't need a watch point again because I have already put the breakpoint here. Press F8. That's it. So now go to /n VA02. That's it. Not sure. Go to the screen. Let me see. So you understood the concept of watch point, right?
Yes. Yeah, earlier I was trying to reproduce with the same approach, but I was not able to get into that particular the code areas where the messages gets triggered.
Correct. Now, it could be because you have not used that a single inverted commas or some variable name is mismatching.
I was using the same. I mean, the one you used it here. That's quite similar. The thing which I was used, but I don't know for what reason. That was the custom message, even though. So I was able to reach to that message through the old approach, like get into the message class and code, and then SC91, and then go to the where it used and something like that was okay. But through the watch point, I was not able to get a jump into the particular code area where it's triggered. But now it's Yeah, the same way which you are using.
Exactly. So you can do it in, I'm not getting this old debugger.
I think you can go on the setting.
Yeah, settings.
Setting.
No,
And
we have to go to the program and then we can see old debugger. So I'll show you. Normally you should get that option here. I'll show you.
debug.
Go to the program.
No, environment, I think.
So in settings you can um, debugging.
Debugging, yes. Here is classic and the
You
new.
can
Yeah.
set it. Yeah.
Mm.
This you can set it.
/h.
Let's see. Oh yeah, here.
Yes.
So now you can
Yeah.
create watch points in a similar way. Create a watch point. So now basically you can directly give the same CMS gem. There's no difference here. See is equal to field name is equal to, right?
Yeah, but
Simple.
it's not quite user friendly, the old model.
Correct.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's not quite. But old timers normally prefer using it because of the reason that they don't invite any new changes. So because this thing also, because see, you may have to work on 4.6 other systems, right? That time you don't have the freedom of having this new freedom,
Right.
the new debugger screen.
Yeah,
So
I
it's
agree.
very good. Yeah,
Yeah.
45 something. So this is how you have to create. And in the debugger, see the old debugger, the point here is, just for example, you want to make changes here. Let's, for example, you want to make this value as 3, then you have to press this icon, change.
Yes. Yes.
Enter doesn't work. That's not the old debugger.
In the new,
Okay.
there is a code edit, and then we.
Yeah. The new, that's okay.
Yeah, that's now clear. And in the debug concept, in the job cases, bad job cases, so
Okay.
how do we reach to the particular code where the batch job gets failed? Do you have some example on that?
Yes, we can do that. If you have any job here, I don't think any job is here. Can you
Or
tell me
we
exact scenario? Have you heard
yeah,
about JDBG command? Did you
yeah,
ever
get
use
it.
JDBG?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Then that should be fine, right?
Yeah, but in that I think JDB's J, right?
Correct. JDBG.
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 Yeah, in
Yeah.
that you already put the breakpoint, and then you used to debug through the by selecting the job on the particular SC37 screen, and then you
Correct.
apply to that. But my question is here, so we don't know where this code is being used for this particular job, right? So now we want the jump into the code through the debug, right? From the
But
SC37.
obviously you can come to know what is the program behind the job, right?
Yeah, of course, in that SC37 we can find out which particular the program which is getting
Yes,
call in this
exactly.
job.
SM37, maybe you can find out like what is the job associated with the program and what is the
Okay.
program, I mean to say, associated with the job. See, getting the job from the program is fine, right? Once you get the job, once you get the program behind this job, you can go to the program and put a breakpoint.
No, but we don't know in that program where the particular areas where this error is occur, and due to that reason the job gets failed. So how do we know that? I mean, if I would know that this is the area where
See,
this job
I,
gets failed.
I got your point. I got your point. Then see, you put a breakpoint at the initial line of the code.
Okay,
Right.
that we can
Initial
do
line
it.
of the code, and then put then put a watch point there. Otherwise, the simplest way would be normally see, even you don't need to put a watch point as well. You go to the program and use this display. And just for example, this program is having multiple includes, even the standard as well. So put a global search and here that give that 136 number, whatever that's error that you're getting. If you're lucky, you'll get it. See, my way of doing or debugging or diagnosis things would be, I'll choose the simplest way. If that is found, then I'll not go complex way. In the previous situation as well, if that is a custom program or something, I would prefer, okay, this is the message that you're getting. Even I don't go with the watch point as well. I go to the program and go with the global search. If I do not get it or I get multiple messages here, then I go with the watch point. Right. So in similar case, once you find out the program, underlying program of the job, go to the program and just for example, you are getting an error message 123. That is error message you are getting in the job and job is getting cancelled because of that one. Then to go to the program directly, give a global this thing, find and give the message number. If you are lucky means you have very less number of hits. Then just find out what is the issue there. Otherwise, go to the program, the line number 1, put a breakpoint, and once you reach there, JDBG, then just press create a watch point.
Okay, understand.
That would be better.
That is the way, right?
Yeah, that is the way. That is the way. Yeah.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah. So I think all are clear, right?
Yeah. What else we missed out in this Excel?
I'm not getting this Excel. Were these things? Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah. So yeah, custom table definition, maintenance, data record. This I have shown you, right? Custom table maintenance definition.
Yeah, the one which you created that was different. I mean, the one which I was expecting on that. So we created already. That's what we were getting error, right? So while maintaining the data through the SM30. But somehow you managed to, but it was not appear on the ALV. I mean, like the normal, the columnar based table. That was something on the text. Like if you remember that table. So you can get into that table, and you can see that's what.
This one?
I think, yeah. No, that is my table. I mean, it's not table. Yeah, I think that is the table. Yeah, employee DTL KK.
Not active.
I don't know if you are on the correct system or you are using the different one, the one which I'm using.
I think this got refreshed, I suppose. So okay. So but anyways, this should be the one, right? SM30. I don't have it. But anyway, so what do you want basically? So this is how we maintain a table. We create a view and table maintenance generator. So
while maintaining, that is the way. But that thing was not getting triggered in my cases. So when I was trying to get into that SM30 and do the maintaining that's recording.
Easy, I'll tell you. Okay, so that was not working. So okay, I understood. So whenever the table is there, anyway, this is a developer's job, but I'll show you. I'll take you to S11. So this is the table where basically you want to maintain a view and you want to maintain some data into the table by SM30, right? So in the table, anyway, this is maintained here. I just want to show you. There's a option called table maintenance generator. S11. And utilities table maintenance generator is not active, or it is not active.
The same error I was getting.
No, first of all, let me activate it. No problem, I'll show you.
Okay.
If the table is active.
Yes, the same error was getting.
Why you have used this include? I don't understand. But okay. Wait.
No,
What is this? You have reply ID include. Simple table. I have taken this simple table. Now
okay.
I go to the table maintenance generator.
Right.
Let me delete it first of all. Cannot be possible. I think you have to create a new this thing.
Yes.
Not
We
created.
can copy the same table with the different name.
So you want me to create a new thing? Okay, no problem. I'll show you. CM demo.
Just copy it. Yeah. I think we have.
So I'll just copy to some other table demo 2.
Yeah.
Okay. File local table. Now we'll be changing. Let me activate it here.
Activate it. Yeah. That's fine.
Now go to the table maintenance generator. So let me go the authorization. No authorization means everybody can access. No authorization object here. Function group. Normally we give the same function group of the table name. And here you have one table maintenance, two table, two screens. So it differs. You can try options, right? You can try these two options. Find screen numbers. Propose. You got two steps here. Okay. So just create it. Once you are done, so then that should be fine. Save. Save. Now it is generating all the screens which are useful for the table maintenance, where you can add the data, where you get the screen, which enables you to add the data. Now it is done. So if you go to SM30,
generally function group is the same, the table name, right? We keep
yeah, we can give a new thing, but it's of course it's up to you.
Okay.
So generally we give the same function group. Yeah, same.
SM30.
Right.
Click on menu. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, it will be fine. So whenever you change it, right? Just for example, there's a table and you have added a new field.
Yes.
Okay. New field.
That's date of birth.
Right. So take as a G employee name only. It's a new field that you have added, right? So when you activate it, it may throw some error. I'll tell you why when it will throw. Let me maintain. Not work. Okay. So whenever a new field is added, so what you have to do is, anyways, these things are out of your scope, but anyways, you have some technical flavor with you, so I just want to explain you. So you have to go to the database utility and you have to tell the system, boss, I have added a new field. This is, for example, you were having 3 fields. Now you have added 4th field, correct?
Okay.
Or you have adjusted the 3rd field is, let's suppose, earlier char 100. Now you have made it to char 80. Right. Now SAP will ask you, boss, already there are few records which are existing. Now you have modified the field length. What should I do? Because there's a conflict because a record is existing with character 90 because that earlier character 100 was there. So it was having character 90 fields. 90 fields are there. Now you have reduced that field type from 100 char 100 to char 80. Now what should I do with this string which is having 90?
Yeah, data may loss in this case if we are reducing this.
So what do you want me to delete the data or save the data? Activate register. So that is something that it proposes. Even though you don't have 90, but if you
delete data means the length of the data which
yes, it will delete the data
of that column. Does it
no, the records. It will delete the record. It will delete the records. It will delete the records.
No, record means, for example, we have one column which is called, let's say, employee name, right? And already we have that record in the employee name column, which is length of the 100, right? Now we are going for reduce the length to the 90, right? So in this case, delete data means all that 100 character of the data which containing in that column will be deleted, or just for 10 of that. Yeah,
I'll tell you. I'll take a simple example. There's a table with one field. Okay, that field is of char 30. You're just storing the employee names, right? So let's suppose there are 5 records that are stored. First record is char 30, second of char 10 characters, and third also 10, and fourth 10, and fifth char 30. So there are 2 records which are having character 30 values, big names.
Yes.
Now you came back to the table and you made that char 30 to char 20.
Okay.
Right, char 20. So there are 2 records which have this conflict. Now if you use delete data, the conflicting records will be deleted.
So means 2 records will be deleted, right?
Exactly. Now if you use save data, it will be saved with only 20 characters.
Yes, that would be better.
So that is the difference. Normally you use save data, activate.
Yes.
You'll not be doing these activities. I'm just giving you. So after this, my intention of showing you this, after doing this, because I have added new field, now you have to again go to table maintenance generator and you have to regenerate it. Because you have added one more thing, right? Because the screen was already there with 2 fields, you have added one more field at the table level. You want that field to be displayed in the screen level. So you have to regenerate it. Go to the change mode and you have to go the expert mode and you have to say, okay, boss, what you need? Refresh the single screen, refresh over screen. Right, if I do that, then it will again refresh the complete screens.
Okay. Yeah, got it.
Maybe. So let us see.
Go back.
Let us see if that is displayed or not. See, third one also got displayed, right? So this is how you have to do. There's a change. You have to regenerate the screens.
Got it. Now it's very clear.
I think we are good, right? Too many things for you.
Yeah, technically I was in the DBA profile, Oracle DBA certified consultant, but somehow we switch into the SAP functional consultant. So
correct. Yeah, that's what. Because this is appealing to you, right? Because you have some background. So you can slowly start learning ABAP as well, right? Because see, this course is for the normal functional consultant, but you have aspiration as well as you have some background of technical this thing flavor. So I think you can slowly learn ABAP in my perspective. Slowly you can one by
I
one.
can understand. Yeah, because see, in the Ramco itself, I also worked in the Ramco as a technical consultant, where I was used to design the screen and writing a code. The syntax is only the different. The point here is in ABAP the syntax is the different. The logic is remain same. How the data is getting picked and the data is pulled out, filled out. That is only I need to understand. Rest of the thing is okay. That's fine.
Correct.
Okay, that's great. I mean, much appreciate.
Okay,
today I was trying to create the iDoc for MATNAR. So everything which I configure done. So if I take this on the next or how would you like to move on?
Yeah, let us take it. Okay, so just ping me. So do you have all the doubts with you or you have a few doubts right now?
Only few doubt. I mean, the data is not getting triggered. So I was completed every, I mean, the pre-configuration and the configuration step was being done.
Okay, so okay, understood. So can we take it up tomorrow? It is tomorrow also on 3.
Sure. Yes.
Session. So tomorrow we'll sit for for an hour and let us rectify that.
Yeah, that's great. No issue. For the tomorrow we can have on the same time or
yeah, same. You can just ping me so that I'll let you know. Maybe in the afternoon, 3,
Okay,
4 p.m.
anytime, because it's a lockdown time. We all are
Correct.
in the home. There is
Right,
no way
that's
to
true.
go out here and there.
Correct. Because I have not received, normal I receive some queries like you for weekend sessions, but till now I have not received. So it means so far so good. So that's the reason. If I receive any request from anyone, maybe I have to adjust the timing. So that's the reason. So tomorrow afternoon, by afternoon, just ping me so I can reply you with the timing.
Sure. That's great. Sounds good.
Okay. Thanks, Kundan. Thanks for time.
Thank you very much. So are you gonna be share this recording so that we can have that?
Yeah, I'll be sending the recording. It will take time, but I'll be sending the recording to you, and as well as I'll be posting the recording to other aspirants, whether because this will be useful for others as well, right?
Yeah, of course. That's great. Sounds good. Okay. Thank you very much for having this wonderful time with us. Thank you.
Yeah, welcome, Kundan. Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye-bye.